Welcome to the Oh Hell No podcast, where Kay Nicole delivers a daily dose of inspiration by discussing passion, purpose, and struggle with people who are living their best life doing what they love. Here's Nicole.
All right, welcome to the Oh Hell No podcast. Tonight we have Justin Reese. He's back with us to discuss Southern Charm, New Orleans. So, Justin, are you ready for this part 2 interview?
That's it. What's up, Nicole? Appreciate you having me back.
Yes, we are going to get all up into your reality life tonight. All right, so I do watch the show. And I like you. I really do. I think you are genuine. I like your vibe. I think it's very cool and laid back, not too extra. So I've been enjoying what I've been watching so far. And my mom, she loves you.
Oh, man, tell Mom I said thank you, and I appreciate you too.
Oh, thanks. So how did you get this opportunity to become a cast member of Southern Charm? And yeah, what made you say, you know what, I'm going to give it a go?
Well, I mean, to be honest, the opportunity, I mean, it kind of fell in my lap a little bit. You know, I had been through 2 kind of casting processes prior to, and I went very far, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. And so when this time it rolled around, this was the 3rd time. And they had already started with some of the cast members that, you know, that are on the show. And just like what a lot of production companies do, they say, well, hey, we're looking for this type of guy. We're looking for this type of woman that has this character that's doing these things. And so my name got thrown in a hat. And so they reached out to me, told me what they were looking to do, asked if I wanted to, participate and see what would happen. And I was like, sure, why not? Let's see how far this one is going to go, you know, having no expectations whatsoever and just thinking like, you know, like the 2 times prior to, I mean, what's the worst they're going to do? Tell me no. And I go right back to practicing law. So, yeah, I was just like, all right, I'll play this little game and see how far it takes me. Who knew 3 years later I'd be on season 2 of a national television show on one of the biggest networks on cable television?
I know, that is so crazy. That's why I just love talking to people on this podcast, because it's amazing to me how dots just connect in people's lives and, you know, take them on this journey. And it's like you never know where you're going to end up or what, you know, life has in store for you.
Absolutely.
So did you have any reservations at all about doing it once it became like real? Like it was like, okay, yo, I'm really going to do this. Did you for once be like, dag, maybe I shouldn't sign up. Maybe I should fall back?
No, actually, it was the opposite. I was super excited. You know, I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe this is happening. I mean, when clearly this is happening for a reason. So I just took this opportunity and completely ran with it.
Wow. How has being on a reality show changed your life? What would you say changed?
Oh, it has been such a surreal experience. I mean, you know, even just going to the grocery store, you know, the taps on the shoulder in the produce section of people like, oh, my God, I watched the show. I love it so much. And just hearing how, you know, the things that we talk about, how people can relate to our stories, relate to our experiences, how they feel like they got advice or learn stuff from us is very humbling. I mean, it has just been absolutely so surreal. And then not to mention, I mean, look, it's even helped a little bit with business. So I can't complain about that either.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what do you love about doing this show and what do you not love?
Well, what I love about it is I get to be with my friend and we get to be us and do all the things that we would normally do, you know, even if the cameras weren't around. You know, one of the things that being from New Orleans, I'm very passionate and I love my city. And I'm just honored to try and do the best that I can to represent, you know, New Orleans in the way that I would want people to see it for its true and authentic self. I want people to learn and see from our stories, like, look, we are real, we are human, we go through ups and downs, lefts and rights, twists and turns, but, you know, just like everybody else, we got to go through those trials and tribulations, learn from them, overcome them. And those are the things that, you know, I love that people get out of it and that they get to see. Now, I will say it was hard is just the same. It's hard putting a lot of those things on TV because a lot of it is things that you wouldn't want people to necessarily see. A lot of it is maybe some of your insecurities that you don't want people to see, but people are also learning from them and they're being motivated from you, whether you realize it or not.
Yes, absolutely. And I must say, I do love that group. I like the way you guys are together. I don't know. There's just something about your group because I watch a lot of reality TV, but I
Uh-huh.
have to say that I like the way you guys gel, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we've all been knowing each other for a very long time. I mean, I've been knowing Tamika since high school and her brother Sonny since high school. Naturally, I met Barry later, and I've been friends with Barry since I've officially moved back to New Orleans, which would be like right around 2009. It's just when Barry and our relationship kind of went to like the next level, and we've gotten close. Jeff and Reagan, I've been knowing them for about 5, 6 years now. So I mean, this is we've all been knowing each other for a very long time.
yeah, it just seems very real, like the relationships and just how you guys interact with each other. I really do enjoy watching it. So I saw Reagan's husband in the shower, and I was just wondering, are cameras everywhere? And can you ever say, not this room, no?
So, oh, the infamous shower scene. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, if you don't want them videotaping your ass, then you can say no. You
Right.
don't have to. You don't have to do that. But if you don't mind it, they're going to film it.
Oh, so it's kind of like they'll set up cameras everywhere, and it's up to you to kind of be like, you know what, man, not
Yeah.
here. Okay, got
Yep.
it. Yeah, because even on the Housewives, sometimes, I mean, you see a lot. I mean, they blank out the T and A and
Yeah.
box,
Yeah.
but you could still see. Oh my gosh, she's like naked running around. So I always wonder about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, no, you have the ability to say, hey, look, guys, you can catch me when I finish taking a shower, getting dressed, but not while I'm in the shower.
Wow.
Yeah.
So has anything been aired between season 1 and season 2 that you wish didn't air?
You know what? I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, I felt like everything happened and played out how it was supposed to. I was not ashamed of anything that I said or did. I felt like I was true to myself, the entire time. And, whether it was good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, I wouldn't change a thing.
Nice, no regrets. I like that.
Yeah.
Go hard or go home.
That's it.
So you said you are a mama's boy. What does that mean to you?
So look, my mother and I have a let me backtrack a little bit. I am a little bit of a mama's boy, but I actually have a close relationship with both of my parents. They both offer me advice in different ways. They're both very instrumental in my life in different ways. One thing about me, I don't think I'm a mama's boy in its truest form, but I do take things that my mother says to heart. She is a great source of information. She's a wealth of knowledge. She is a woman of distinguishment and class. And so when she needs me, I'm there for her. She's clearly always been there for me. She has been someone that I can rely on to like really lean on for just advice and guidance. Now, she does not dictate what I do in my life because I am a man and she does let me be the man that I am. But she has always been there to say, Justin, these are things that you should consider. These are the things that you should think about. It kind of gives me a good perspective to help me make some of the best and the most informed decisions.
Yes, I agree. I like the way that I don't want to say deals with you, but I like the relationship that you guys have. Like she gives you some advice without being too overbearing or too
Yes,
invasive.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch. I told you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Now look, Dottie Reese from infancy to 18 years old. Now that was a different Dottie Reese at that point. But Dottie Reese from 18 to now 37 is the one that you're seeing on TV.
No, but you know what? I was interviewing this person who wrote this book, and in the book, she talked about relationships and knowing when to like our roles change. So as a mom or a dad, you know, from a certain age to a certain age, you're a mom, but your role is you're needed a lot more. You have to be the one to, you know, say, no, you can't do that. This is not happening, blah, 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 blah. But as your children get older, you have to know that your role changes and you have to
Yep.
change with it. So she is doing exactly what you're supposed to do as a parent. You know, you got to know when to step back and guide without being like, you better do this or you can't, or I'm not dealing with you if you don't do it my way or blah, 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 you know? So,
Exactly. And I think my mother has done an amazing job of kind of switching gears, you know,
yes,
as I've become an adult, you know,
yes.
and to the point to where, you know, she doesn't do anything to alienate me, to push me away, but yet still giving me some of the best advice, even telling me, even when she's telling me things that sometimes I don't want to hear, but need to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has great delivery. Yeah, she's good. Very good.
Yep.
So you are a handsome man. You're on a reality show. You have a great career going. Do you get a lot of women coming on to you since you've become a public figure?
I mean, I've had a couple, you know, ladies try and slide in the DMs, but you know, Kelsey is my girlfriend. You know, someone, you know, she and I have a great relationship. I love her so much, and I've just been focusing on, you know, that relationship with her. But it's very flattering. You know, just like, you know, any guy, you know, we have a little bit of an ego, so it is flattering to see like, hey, I guess I still got it a little bit, but I'll leave that to the single guys. I'll leave that to Jeff and John.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I know that you're in a relationship, but I had to ask that question because I know that there are a lot of women out there who just don't care, just like men. Like some, you know, women are married or in relationships and they'll still try to shoot their shot. So I was just wondering if,
Oh,
you
for
know what I'm
sure. I mean,
saying?
people definitely try to shoot the shot, but you know, a lot of them stay in that pile where that just gets deleted, and they won't even know that I saw the message.
Good for
So
you.
I don't even have to worry about that.
Yes, keep it that way because, you
Yeah,
know, then now that you're public, you're public. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Right. What is the biggest misconception about being on a reality show? Like, what do you think are some misconceptions that people have about the people that are on reality shows?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that even though it's reality, people still think that there's some type of it's staged, or that, you know, we're not being real. Look, I tell people all the time, like, and I'll tell them, look, this is how it works. You want to know how it works? This is how it works. You know, we tell the producers every single thing that's going on in our lives, all the way down to when the lawn care service comes and cuts the grass. Like, they want to know everything. And from there, they take that and then they put us all together, you know, and they make sure that we're all interwoven throughout everyone's life. So when it comes time to film, they'll say, hey, look, guys, you know, we need you to go to Jeff's house. And while you're there, you have to get updated on what's going on with him and his divorce. So what winds up happening is you essentially kind of start kicking the hornet's nest a little bit, or you don't even poke the bear. You kind of start kicking the bear. And that's how things kind of start developing and going down this way and going down this road. And when people show up, how they respond and how they react is 100% them.
Yep. That's what I believe.
So
That's
what you see is what you get. Like, you know, I always tell people there's 1,000 ways you can skin a cat, you know, in this scenario, but they chose to deliver it and say whatever they wanted to say, how they wanted to say it in that moment. And no one told them to do otherwise.
And sometimes I feel like they might forget that they're being filmed because it's very easy to just be in the moment and react to something and not keep your composure because, oh, the camera's there. Like, it's just like you just black out and you know?
I mean, once you've been doing it for now the way we've been doing it, you know, and the length of time we've been doing it, you kind of learn you forget the cameras are around. And
Right.
sometimes, you might be engaged in a conversation where the cameras aren't initially on you. They're on other people talking about other things in that scene. And, all of a sudden your conversation gets picked up and you're in the middle of something. And again, you don't even realize what's happening. And then now the cameras have caught everything.
So, like I said, my mom loves the show and she thinks you're amazing. When I told her I was going to interview you, she was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, cut it out. And just like a lot of people, she has an opinion about your love life. How has this experience affected your relationship with just putting your relationship with Kelsey on TV and you guys discussing, whatever issues that you have going on in your relationship and everybody thinking they know what's best for the both of you?
That part is actually really difficult. You have a lot of people who are now interjecting themselves and their opinion, about you, about your relationship. And it gets to a point. I mean, look, we're real, we're human, we have feelings, and at some points it really starts to wear on you. It's tough. And people are like saying like you guys need to be doing this, and it kind of starts to create some added pressure, where you think we're on our timeline and we're doing good, and it's like wait a minute, everybody's saying this, they're saying that, and you can get lost going down that rabbit hole if you're not careful. So there are times where we have to we have to take a little bit of a step back and say, hey, look, the only people's opinions that truly matter is Kelsey and Justin at the end of the day.
Yep. Absolutely. You got to protect your relationship because people are crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I will be in the grocery store trying to get some produce and I'll have people walking up to me like, did you marry that girl yet? Did you propose to that girl yet? What you doing? And I'm looking at them like, do I know you? Who are you? But it's just people that watch the show and then are invested what's going on in our lives.
Yeah, it's insane. So, what, if anything, do you think doesn't translate about who you are as a person through the show?
I'll say this year was actually a little bit more of an emotional year for me. Trying to process, making sure that my friends are okay with Jeff and him going through his whole ordeal, with his separation and divorce from his ex-wife now. He was still dealing with his family stuff from season one, so trying to be there for him. We talked about some really deep issues with a lot of the crime and violence that happens in our communities and things that we've experienced and witnessed, maybe not directly, but with family or friends that were closely related to us. My relationship with my girlfriend, we got really emotional and got really in depth as far as what we're doing and where we're going on. So like the super carefree and the super just jokester and always want to have fun, and the person who says, look, I'm just here to crack jokes and here for the drinks. I wasn't really so much that this year, but you know what, at the same time though, I'm also okay with that because there's also more to me than just cracking jokes and having a few drinks at the same time.
Yeah, you got to show that other side.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite episode? Do you have one?
So my favorite episode, I will probably say, based on some of the clips that I've seen, more likely than not is going to be this one coming up because we had a lot of fun on this trip that we did.
Okay.
So I think that one is going to be the one to watch is when we go to Destin.
Okay. So, do you remember when you guys went to that haunted mansion or wherever?
I do,
okay.
And it was not one of my favorite trips by any stretch.
No, did the house really feel creepy?
It did. It really did. Let me tell you something. I still to this day, I'll tell people all the time, look, what you saw on TV is 100% me. I do not mess with paranormal activity type stuff. I love watching Paranormal Activity movie on TV. I'm not trying to relive Paranormal Activity in real life.
Oh
I
my
don't want
God.
any of that hoodoo, voodoo, and juju coming home with me.
So living in New Orleans, have you ever experienced anything like what people say about New Orleans being, a little haunted?
I generally stay away from all of that haunted stuff. If y'all want to go mess with it and go play with it, y'all be my guest. But I'm not looking for it. I don't want to find it, and I don't want it stumbling upon me.
Okay, good. Because I have the same mindset. So I feel like I've never been there like to stay. I've been through and stopped to eat, but I've never like taken a vacation and, explored. And I heard it's
Yeah.
great. I heard the food is amazing and it's
Oh
just a
yeah.
nice place to visit. So, but
Oh
I've
look,
always been scared.
we have fun down here. We party, we drink, we eat. We do all of those things. And look, that voodoo and the haunted tours is a part of our culture, but it's not the overwhelming majority of what's going on. I've been living here my damn near my entire life, with the exception of the 4 years for college, and then the 1 year I worked after college, and then the 1 year I was in law school in Philadelphia. But other than that, I still don't come across that stuff because I don't go looking for it.
Exactly. All right. So then I definitely have to plan a trip. So let's play the Oh Hell No game. And I'm going to say some situations to you from the show, things that I've observed. And you tell me if it's a Oh Hell No situation or an Oh Hell Yes, which means it's fine. Oh Hell No is like, you're not really feeling it. So you're going to
Gotcha.
be in the hot seat.
Okay. Okay.
So Reagan and Jeff being cool after their divorce, having conversations on the phone and just being buddies. Is that an oh hell no or an oh hell yes?
That's a oh hell no. Oh hell no. You gotta in that kind of situation, like I mean, that's more than just like, hey, we were dating for a little bit and it didn't work out, but we're still cool. Like, yeah, no. They
Yeah.
were married. She has moved on. She's got a now husband and a now
Baby.
child. That's a oh hell no.
Yeah. Tamika saying what's on her mind all the time. Oh hell no or oh hell yes.
Oh hell no.
I
Oh hell no.
agree. I just want to kill her. Like, you cannot say everything that comes to your head. Some things just don't need to be said.
No, don't need to be said at all.
Yeah.
At
She's
all.
got to practice that. Jeff and Reagan's friend telling Jeff about Reagan's pregnancy at the dinner. Was that an oh hell no or an oh hell yes?
I'll say this. The fact that she said it was okay for him to do that, I say, oh, hell yes.
Okay. Reagan moving on as quick as she did after the divorce. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell yes.
For me, I couldn't do that. So that's an oh, hell no. Well, who knows? I mean, to each his own. But for me, that's an oh, hell no.
Yeah. I kind of feel like, you know what? Life is short. If something doesn't work out, don't spend too much time, brooding over it. You got to kind of like get back on the horse and move on. But I know what you're saying too. You do need to take some time to like, I don't know, get your mind right.
Yes, I completely agree. There's nothing wrong with taking a little time, figuring out what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, and then just kind of going from there as opposed to just kind of jumping back in.
The group all hanging out, including Reagan and her new hubby. Is that an oh hell no or oh hell yes?
I will say it's an oh hell yes. And look, it was bound to happen at some point. So it was just a matter of when. And I mean, you got to at least give the guy a chance.
Right. Love life advice from Mama Reese. Oh hell no, oh hell yes.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. My mother dropped some gems, so I definitely have to say oh hell yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So what's next for Justin Reese of Southern Charm? New Orleans.
So what we have going on next. I mean, there's still a lot more going on in the show. A lot of more developments with relationships, friendships, some more cries, laughs. So there's still plenty to watch.
Okay, awesome. So, of course, this is the Oh Hell No podcast. So you have to share an Oh Hell No moment from the show, something that happened that had you like, oh, hell no.
Absolutely. I will go back to when we were at the Myrtles Mansion last year, and we were there, and Reagan, that wine glass in Reagan and Jeff's room went flying off the end table. Oh, hell no.
Oh, wow, that really happened.
I was out of there.
Oh
Nope.
God.
I was out of there.
That is crazy. Well, Justin, it was a pleasure having you on this podcast. I really enjoyed our conversation. Thank you so much for sharing a little piece of you with us. And I wish you all the best on this current season and many seasons to come. And you're welcome to come back anytime you want. When you write a book or something, come back and plug it.
Absolutely, Nicole. Again, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for having me on here. I greatly appreciate you. Appreciate all the listeners that you have and the supporters of Southern Charm New Orleans. And just want to say, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Justin Reese.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe and rate the show.